guys, welcome back to the channel. So we continue our exploration of Dragonheir. Overall, guys, we're starting to get a lot more strong, or a lot stronger within the formations. We've actually gotten to the point where our primary hero, we can finally level up, guys, and it takes an incredible amount of farming. So let's go ahead and switch elements. And if you are not aware, if you do not have the resources to actually upgrade your primary hero, which for instance, I was lucky enough to pull a couple of fire heroes. So we actually do have right down here, we have Horus, which of course I believe is free given to you, but the only legendary hero I had was Felicity. So I pulled a lot of fire heroes. So that meant the specification for my traveler or my primary hero, I did not want to use the resources out of here to actually upgrade him. However, if I do switch to a different element such as lightning, I can hop over and you'll see the upgrade is possible because I have farmed up and I don't really have any lightning heroes short of one support hero, which means that I can go ahead and upgrade the hero right here. And there we go, guys. Level cap is 100. And I believe level cap in this game is 100 currently, which means we just need to make a little bit more progression. As you can see, we do not have any of our potions in there. We literally have one potion, not enough to upgrade anything. And the reason being is that we have been upgrading Drist like crazy. So if you remember the last video we did, Drist was on about 32, I think level 34. Now we have him up to 74. So we actually also did throw on this Harpy's Nail. I picked this up. I had the resources for it, and we've continued to build it out, attack and attack. So I went all attack in with him because overall, guys, I have some pretty good tanks. Even looking at my formations right here, Furbath, really good tank, really solid, and then running Horus as well. So having both of these, the combination of these two, if I do have to run them in formations, in places where I do have to run them together, works incredibly well, but I needed a strong hero. Now, the only downfall I see to him is it works incredibly well with the Furbath, because he has an AoE heal. So the Panther does die out quite a bit if I'm not running them together with some support to keep his Panther alive. And of course, if he loses that part of him, so kind of his companion, not as effective as he once was. So we're going to continue to build him out, guys. And I focused on building him. I focused on getting him right off the bat because we wanted the Dungeons & Dragons hero. Again, this was one of the big driving forces with the collaboration. Why was actually introduced to this game, because old school, again, D&D player. Now, I also want to note that with our dice, and I want to pick up some more of our resources in here, but looking at rewards are available. We've been doing pretty well within here. Boom, getting some more resources. So we can knock out a couple summons, but I want to talk about these dice and these dice specifically. So the Hellite dice, now these are how you get legendary heroes. Now looking at the summons, and again, I didn't know this, I just over on Discord, they were actually talking about it. So when we look at doing a summons right here, hero legendary hero time 1 chance. If you look at the summon details, and this is what I wanted to look at with you guys, right here, about the guarantee, the 35th attempt is guaranteed to be a legendary hero upon consecutive failures. Epic, the 7th attempt. So if you do 35 summons and do not get a hero, they're going to pity timer you a hero. Now, a lot of players have said roughly 18 is what they're seeing. So after 18 summons or using 18 of those dice, they are seeing a legendary hero. So I don't know. It says 35 here, so I'm going to stick with that 35. But also, the guaranteed number of summons in each summoning event is calculated independently. That's right, guys. So this summoning event is going to be calculated independently of another summoning event, which means for me, thinking about a big picture, is saving up these dice. We're going to have to wait till we get a certain amount of dice before we decide that is the summoning pool that we want to go into. Because if we're doing 5 to 7 summonings in each summoning pool, and then by chance we're not getting any of the heroes, or we're not pulling any legendary heroes, chances are it's because 1, we're not hitting the pity timer, and 2, our luck is just not good enough to really get that RNG. So definitely building these out. And we also talked about the end of the season, guys. When this switches from season 1 to season 2, the heroes will be retained. So you really have to focus on building out the heroes that we have in here. The more heroes, the better, because when they all reset back to 1, when it resets kind of the game in its entirety, you're still going to have the heroes, which is the reason, guys, why we're using these dice here. I think some of the dice will carry over because the heroes carry over. There we go, getting a couple more rare. And again, we're at the point where a lot of these we just recycle as of now is kind of what we're seeing. But hoping to get some of that right there, guys. That is what we're looking for. Unlocking the rest of the epic heroes that we do have in this game. Also getting a couple more artifacts. Now, again, the artifacts, from my understanding, is the artifacts are going to be carried over. However, their levels are going to be reset. So again, getting some of the artifacts, even getting some of the higher level artifacts earlier in this game is going to make a big difference because again, if they're carried over to the next season, when you get the carryover, you'll still have access to the very powerful artifacts and you won't see all of the resets in there. So I'm hoping we can get a couple more dice in here. I'm hoping that we can do at least pick up a couple more legendary heroes. I'm also looking at the D&D aspect of this, the Dungeons and Dragons aspect. We're at the point where I believe that is all of our regular dice. But looking at our exchange, this is where you actually exchange in the second, right here, the totem shop. We have 41, so we could get a dice. I'm trying to get this dice, and then we're also doing the second part of the event to get that D20 dice. So we'll actually have both of those. Again, the rest of this, even looking at the gold, the essence, the scholar scrolls, all of these come kind of regularly. So short of the dice, which you can only get one of them, or this is the exclusive Dungeons and Dragons dice that I believe when it is gone, it is going to be completely gone, meaning you're not going to have the option to actually get this at all. Now, the artifact shop, again, you can see I've just been kind of going through and buying all of these out. We have a ton of heroes. We have a ton of different places that we can actually use these. And I'm not sure, again, if there's anything or if we buy all these out, if we can use these stones for something else. I don't think so. Again, I've just been kind of using them out here, and we almost have all of the artifacts bought out. We have one single one left, which is the troll heart. We'll have to buy that one out after we do a couple more summons. Now, of course, the epic heroes, if we get a duplicate, guys, this is what we're buying out of here. So I actually picked out 3 of these already. And then if we get a duplicate legendary hero, I believe that, I'm assuming that's where this is coming from. It is the duplicate legendary heroes based on the soul imprint. So we could actually get some of these legendary artifacts, which I don't know how often. Again, we've been playing this for a little less than a month, but getting legendary heroes are incredibly, incredibly difficult. And then here, it looks like you have to have, it is a exclusive artifact for the hero. So you do have to have right here, the soul imprint. So you have to have the hero, have to have a second copy of the hero, and then have to have the duplicate of another hero to get this soul imprint. Again, you can see there are a couple heroes in here that have an exclusive artifact, which is really cool, guys. So it is Lothair's exclusive artifact based on the heroes. But again, summon-wise, you're going to have to do an incredible amount of summons in there. Now, the arena shop, we farmed up a little bit of this. And again, looking down here, this is really the big thing that I would probably look for are these dice or the master scrolls to be able to actually build those up. The Bard's banquet, I'm going to have to farm this up a little bit. You can see there's a lot of content in here, and that's really what I'm seeing, guys, is the amount of content. So even looking at the places that we have unlocked at this point, we almost have everything unlocked. So even down here, I believe we have one more place here that we have undiscovered. The challenge, again, we have 2 more right here, and then the practice, we have the second one right here. So we still have a lot of content that is undiscovered in here that we have to go through. You can see no more challenges. And I like, guys, this is honestly my absolute go-to when I'm doing things within this game itself, guys. This right here, this journal is my absolute go-to for everything because this is where all of the data is housed. It's kind of crazy, but absolutely this is the biggest go-to. So a lot of players will kind of just follow the quest and then they'll get lost to a point. Definitely going in there and finding out exactly where you need to go or where you want to go. And the horn, still, guys, not getting much of anything in here. I haven't even gotten the great summons yet based on what we got. And a lot of players said it was RNG. I don't know if there's a strategy behind this. Let's do horse folk, ice, melee. Let's see what we get. And I don't know if it's a combination where you have to pick certain ones to get the combination or get the higher hero combination to actually work. But as of right now, guys, we haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, we've gotten and started to make some more progression even within the shop. We've again unlocked these runes. We unlocked everything that we had available to unlock in the market. And then we also just unlocked this right here, guys, the equipment forging. So we finally got the very last one. I don't have any of these stones, I don't think, as of right now, but we finally unlocked this very last part within there. Now, equipment forging, guys, equipment has a huge, huge impact in this game. Make sure that you're forging it when you do have it available. Looks like we got a perfect, haven't seen that before. Critical damage, attack resistance. Again, I haven't seen it actually do the roll, which we just seen there. That was pretty cool. I can probably go in and level up some of the equipment. And then a lot of this equipment, guys, we have a lot of the basic equipment here for the Forge 2. So we've definitely been working on building up and developing some of that Forge 3. And then, of course, guys, we do have Drist. I'm still super excited that we got him. We need a few more to actually be able to get the other dice out of there. But he is really cool with that Panther, guys. We'll continue to build him up. Now, getting our hero, the Traveler, so he is lightning right now. Switch back to fire. Most all game modes I see are running fire just for the sheer damage aspect that we had in there. We actually do have one of these fire positive runes that I've been using with a lot more crit damage, speed, skill haste, enlightenment, and defense. And then this is the final one, which I believe we just got these. It looks like we don't even have a fire one at this point, but this will be, and again, looking at the abilities we have here, guys, it's going to add honestly, just stacking stats on stats. It's kind of crazy, but yes, absolutely getting a ton more stats within this hero. I'm going to have to find one of these fire negative runes, because we have a poison one, we have an ice one, or we have a lightning one, and we have an ice one. Gonna have to get a fire one, which I believe I know where that came from, but I'm gonna have to check it out. So, all right, guys, so we're gonna continue our progression in here. We're gonna farm up a lot more of our potions, as well as the resources to actually build these up a little bit faster, trying to race to that level 100 and getting there. That way we can have a team of 100 level heroes. So, guys, again, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.